At Brookside High, a white bully thought humiliating a black girl in front of hundreds of students would make him look powerful. He kicked her notebook, crushed her mother's photo under his shoe, and told her she didn't belong in a school like this. The courtyard laughed, until a black SUV rolled in. The moment the door opened, every whisper died. No one knew the quiet girl he mocked had an FBI mother, and she'd heard everything. At Brookside High, the loudest sound wasn't the lunch bell, it was the sentence that froze the courtyard. Girls like you don't belong in schools like this. The words came from Chase Walker, a white junior known for his swagger and the varsity jacket he treated like royalty. Amara Johnson, a black sophomore with bright clothes and calm eyes, stopped mid-step. Students turned. Some snickered. Some looked away. Chase kicked her notebook aside, pages scattering across the concrete like broken feathers. What no one knew was that the quiet girl he mocked carried a truth that could shatter his world. The courtyard fell silent as the wind stirred the fallen pages. Amara bent down to gather her notebook, fingers trembling as she brushed dirt off a photo tucked inside, the picture of her and her mother at the FBI Academy graduation. A tiny crease across the photo's corner felt like a cut across her heart. Chase towered above her, laughing loud enough for the entire courtyard to hear. "Look at this, scholarship kid thinks she can sit with us," he said, nudging her bag with his shoe. No one stepped in. A ring of students formed, whispering, watching, but not helping. The feeling of being surrounded, yet totally alone, tightened around her like a vice. "Pick it up faster," Chase barked. "Unless that's how your people study." A few students winced, but still no one moved. Amara swallowed hard, forcing her voice steady. "Stop touching my stuff." Chase smirked. "What'll you do? Cry? Call campus security?" His friends laughed. One of them recorded on his phone, zooming in on Amara's shaking hands. The tiny photo slipped from her notebook again. Chase stepped on it. Slowly. Deliberately. Grinding his heel across her mother's face. Amara inhaled sharply, pain flashing across her expression. "What would you do," she thought, "if this was happening to you?" Chase leaned in, lowering his voice just enough for the closest students to hear. "Let me tell you something, Amara. People like you are here because schools like this need diversity points." Her pulse hammered. The courtyard walls felt too close. Then a familiar black SUV rolled through the school gates. The crowd parted instinctively as the SUV door swung open. Amara's mother stepped out, tall, composed, dressed sharply in a navy suit. Students whispered. Chase's smirk didn't fade. "So this is the mom," he scoffed. "Figures." Amara's mother didn't raise her voice. "Young man, move your foot." Chase crossed his arms. "Or what?" A teacher hurried forward, breathless. "Ma'am, you can't just." But then she held up a badge. The courtyard went dead still. FBI. The letters reflected in Chase's widening eyes. "I asked you to move your foot," she repeated. Chase stumbled back, face draining of color as she retrieved the crumpled photo from the ground and placed it gently into Amara's hand. Her voice sharpened. "You threatened my daughter. You humiliated her publicly. And you stepped on federal identification property in the process." Chase blinked. "Federal,